I think it's fair to say that they were not fans of last week's video. So what's next? Well, what's next is a baby. Hi there, folks. I'm Sean the Modern Yeoman, and I'd like to welcome you back to the Osted for an update. For those of you that are new to the channel, my wife and I live in that house. My parents live in that house. And my mother-in-law, she's also living with us now, but she's going to be building a barn dominium way over there. We live on 11 acres here in East Tennessee, and we are about to have a kid. My wife is 39 weeks pregnant as of yesterday, and this little guy will get here soon. What are you doing, pigs? There's a type of situation in life when there's a place in life, everyone's been there, called limbo, where you're between point A and point B, and you don't know exactly where you are. I think an appropriate analogy is when you're interviewing for a job. You've interviewed for the job, it may have gone a little well, may have gone a little not so well. You're unsure, and you're waiting for the results. You're waiting to hear back from that job, whether you got the offer or they're going to be moving on to somebody else. There's a period of time after the interview's over and before you've heard back, and that period of time is called limbo, and it's an unpleasant place to be in if your mind isn't right. I'm in that place right now with waiting for the arrival of our child. We're at 39 weeks, as you guys know. He could come any day now. He might be here, like I said earlier, he might be here tomorrow. He might be here in a week and a half or 2 weeks. And that's a hard place for me to be in. It's building character, which is a good thing. I need to wait. I need to stay patient for the arrival of little Henry. Here's the news. Henry's in good shape. Mama, my wife Holly, she's in good shape. Everyone's healthy. It's just waiting for the apple to drop. And the apple will drop when it's ready. And we're going to be there for that. These next few days or weeks, I don't know if you've been through a similar situation where you're waiting for your child. But it's challenging. I would like to say that I'm thankful for where I'm at. I'm happy to be where I'm at. It's challenging. We're ready. It's crazy to think that by this time next weekend, Henry could be here with us. Or he might not be. We might still be waiting. So the update here is that I will not be releasing any videos until he comes. There's just too much stuff we need to get done. I'm going to be wrapping up work because I'm going to be taking a month off after he gets here. Once he gets here, it'll be awesome. I will update you guys, you'll know. The next time you hear from me after this video, Henry will be here. That's the update I wanted to let you guys know about, is he's gonna get here and I'll let you guys know. But until then, I just wanna bear down, knuckle down mentally and get to work on prepping things. There's a lot to do to prep. And in the meantime, there's some things are kind of in limbo on the homestead too. And I'll give you some updates on those things. We're about to go from a place of limbo to a lot of things happening at once, both with Henry and the homestead. So let me just walk you around real quick and I'll give you an update on some of the big things that are happening or going to happen. Gotta wait, Sean. Are going to happen here on the homestead. What do you think, boys? What do you think? I think it's fair to say that they were not fans of last week's video. Is that right, boys? So what's the scoop with Nana Janda's barn dough situation? Well, the soil map testing is done. We're still waiting on results. The soil map people have been great to work with, and they've been very busy. I think they have a lot of projects that they've been lining up. We still have our little flags out. We still have our little holes in the ground. You can see right here, there's the holes that they've dug. We're still waiting on the results. I think I told you several videos ago that they were optimistic about the results from everything that they saw. They didn't think there would be any issues. Once we hear back from them, so we actually been talking with our contractor, the builder, as well, and things are looking good on that front too. We had some blueprints drawn up for the barn door, and things are looking good in that area as far as the contractor is concerned. It's just getting over the hurdle of the soil map. We're ready. We're ready for this whole area. Will be transformed. We'll get the excavator out once that's been given the thumbs up, and they'll knock down all of these trees right here and probably those trees as well to start getting ready to prep the build, which, all things working out, fingers crossed, that will be this fall, that'll happen here in the next few months. Our weed removal project in the garden has been going quite well. You guys might remember from a few videos ago. We started these late season, well, Nana started these late season experimental squash, and they seem to be going pretty well. I may throw up some frost cloth over these, my little arch thing that I had with the rebars on the side that I did last year. We'll see. They seem to be doing okay. Our greens bed is doing good, and we did another box where we got rid of all the weeds, Nana did, and we started a couple more little greens in here. We're gonna see how they do. That's the only way to get rid of weeds in these boxes, is to actually go down and remove them by the roots. There's no other way to do it. You can't suffocate them with silage tarp. You have to go in and like physically remove the roots. And with this Bermuda grass, this stuff is gnarly. Like the roots go really deep, and they have like thorns sticking out of them. They're really, really robust. So you have to just go in and remove them. And I think that we're gonna do that to all of these beds in the winter. The next big project in the garden is getting the sweet potatoes out. We did this last year in October, and we had half the bed in sweet potatoes and the other half the bed was regular potatoes. We did all sweet potatoes this year just because of how great they grow in our soil. So we're expecting a few hundred pounds worth of sweet potatoes just from this box. We'll have a lot of sweet potatoes to last us over the winter. So we will, I think it was October when we did this last year. I'm pretty sure it was. We're gonna do that again this year. Post Bubba's arrival, we're gonna come in and harvest these sweet potatoes and clear out the garden and have a much better gardening year next year, because it was lackluster this year. We just had too many other things going on. So next year we can hunker down with our garden plans. Also, turkey time. We're gonna process, I think, all 4 turkeys, both of the toms and the turkey hens, in November. One thing I've learned from doing multiple animal processing jobs over these past few years is really the only time to process animals is in cold weather. And Tennessee's great for that because our winters are not bad. They're cold enough to keep flies and stuff at bay, but they're not cold enough to where it's just frigid and the landscape is covered in snow for months out of the year. It snows here once, maybe twice a year, and then it won't last but a day or two when it does snow. So I think the turkeys, we are aiming to have these guys processed in November. That's going to be interesting. Processing chickens is not hard at all. We've done that many times now, but processing turkeys, the big issue is just going to be catching the darn guys. They will be tough to catch, right? Right, buddy? So Tyson and Butterball here, they're going to provide us a lot of meat. I picked one of these guys up, and I kid you not, 40, if not more, pounds. Now, granted, that's with their insides, their guts, and everything like that. 2 of these guys, plus those turkey hens, which are pretty big animals in their own right, that's going to be a lot of meat for our freezer. We're going to need another freezer, because once we dispatch our pigs next, like February or March, that's going to be a lot of meat. So we're going to have to get one of those super long chest freezers that are like the size of a room. Maybe we'll do a walk-in freezer. I've seen homesteaders do that on YouTube. Maybe we'll figure out some way to do a walk-in freezer. That would be pretty cool. Let me look into that. That's definitely not a promise, but that might be kind of cool. What do you think? Butterball agrees. So what's next? Well, what's next is a baby. I wanted to give you guys this update to let you know how things are going, what's happening here on the Ostead, and not to be alarmed if I don't post for another week or 2. I want to be focused. I want my head to be in the game, just in terms of prepping things for Holly and getting the environment ready for the addition of an infant to our homestead. There's gonna be 3 generations here. It's gonna be a much different environment, and I can't wait. I'm excited. Your guys' comments, your gifts, your prayers, your good vibes, everything that you've sent our way, whether it's been physical gifts or just prayers and happy thoughts, has been pivotal for us. It's been so important, and we thank you for that. This is a time of great change and upheaval. New baby, new house. We went from, a couple months ago, we went from a place where we're just gonna have, there was just 4 of us on the homestead, to there's going to be 6 of us on the homestead. Me, Holly, baby Henry, Nana Jana, mom and dad, on these 11 acres in East Tennessee. And we couldn't be more thrilled. I'll see you guys on the other side of this. When that will be, exactly, I can't give you a specific day. It'll probably be anywhere from a week to 3 weeks, depending on how things go down. Keep up with us, stay tuned, and you're about to see a much different, the next time I see you on the other end of this, things will be a lot different around here. So keep us in your prayers, keep us in your thoughts, and we'll see you on the other end. Till we see you, remember, as always, slowly, but no, in this case, I'm gonna go back to what I said a few videos ago. Let's make this all go by quickly, and we'll see you then.